we are going to talk to Villa, guys. We're gonna do some coaching. Trackmania coaching with SBVille, part 3. So let's see if we can get a hold of him. Hello, hello.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's nice to be back on the challenge now. We had a little bit of a break, but there can be some good sides to a break as well. Like, you lose like the most recent things that you did, but you also lose some bad habits that you might have got in the last few days. Right, so I've been playing tech today. The track of the day was really fortunate for today, and I think I'm getting back on track now.
So, like, do you feel we should go through more tech, or do you feel sort of happy with your level?
No. We definitely need to go through more. I think because
good.
I haven't even really done the practice maps that you gave me. As far as the Neo slides went, I did not play the Neo slide map because I had 1 FPS on the map, and I also felt like 14 hours would be a little bit overkill. What I did instead was I went into the editor and I made my own practice map. So it was about 30 seconds, and I did 510 laps on it. So I did do it for like over 6 hours.
Oh,
I think it was.
Wait, so you played 6 hours straight of Neo sliding?
Yep.
That's crazy. Okay, yeah, wow. Neo slides, we can consider ourselves complete. I think you're gonna get that when you keep playing.
Sure.
So I think let's boot up the game. Let's go to TM School again, our trusted one, and let's talk about tech maps there.
Do you maybe want to start by looking at the track of the day? That's what I've been playing tonight.
Let's see. Yeah, we can do that. So I can tell you I haven't played the map. I didn't play a couple of days today. So I'm only going to be like judging based off of my game sense, like what I can tell. I'm not exactly sure if it's the best lines, but I'll probably be able to help you improve the time. Let's see. Full speed start. Drift left. Okay. Ooh. Good. Let's see. Long full speed part. Nice speed. Yeah.
This turn is really tricky to get right.
It's awkward to line it up. And then there's a risky fin. Okay. So I noticed a couple of things. Like, you're 1.5 seconds behind record, right? Yeah, the first thing is, like, we talked about this last time, but it's about space on tech. So, like, if we think about this corner here, you have the apex here, but you also have the exit point of the turn, which is, it would be this corner here, or maybe even that one. Like, you want to be in time to full speed around this one. So you want, ideally, a line that once you're done braking here, it can go just full speed, full steer, one motion to that corner. So here you had to adapt the steering, right? That means you could have had more speed. Also here, adapt the steering. So if you ever notice this on tech, if you ever feel like, oh, I had to adapt my line, that should tell you that there is more space to use. It's not something that's easy to hit reliably, and even in a good tech run, you probably won't hit every line good, but it's just something to keep in your mind. Like, if you adapt, there is probably more space. Here too, small, but it's still good. You set up for this jump really nicely, went wide, so you can now push with more speed into this corner.
I tapped my brake in the turn. I probably didn't need to do that.
Oh, right here?
Like before this, I think I tapped brake. I don't think I needed to. I could have probably like here.
Yeah, maybe. I would have to play it myself to tell, but it looks good.
Okay.
Here you could also get just a little bit more speed by sliding less. So, like, you want to ease the slide out because you steer pretty hard to get out of the slide. But if you steer less here and just let the slide sort of carry on, but you very gently like go out of it. I don't know how to explain it other than that you want to end up more here.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah.
You will have more speed with that. From this, the setup, brake, and then full speed down. It's good. You made it. Full speed, and then I think here, this turn is where we really lost it. If you full speed here, will you crash? Yes or no? What do you think? From this point on, if you just held forwards and right, is this a crash or no?
Probably not. I think I lost a lot of speed already. Like it's like 214 speed, right?
Yeah.
Probably not gonna be a crash.
To me, this is a clear crash with full steer.
Oh yeah?
Like you will hit here before the apex. The apex is like that line. I don't know if you see it, but
yeah.
You would have missed if you didn't brake here again or ease your steering, which you did.
Yeah. Okay.
So at that point, like if you're here with this angle towards the turn, you brake too much. Like this is oversliding it. Because when you're going out of the turn, you're already heading straight for a crash. One thing that's sort of important to remember is like, if you don't brake enough, you can always, well, I mean, it's kind of true both ways. You can always adapt your line to save it. It's sort of almost irreversible to brake too much, you know? Like it's better to do one late brake tap.
It's like something that I wanted to do on every run, but I almost never got properly. Just like kind of predicting where you will end up is tricky.
And this end is fine too, but you could also go a little bit more direct. Just as something to like get used to. But yeah, so for tech, I'm no champion myself. I'm just gonna say it, like this map style is not my best. But do you feel on tech like I should let go of brake now? Or is it sort of like you play the track enough to where you sort of just know based on muscle memory? Like do you have a feeling of like, yeah, okay.
I think that feel like how I wanted to approach this map. I played it like a couple hours now, so I wanted to approach it is like not come up with like visual cues and you know not try to not like make it super mechanical, and just kind of try to like trust my feel and just try to like commit to the corners and just see like, okay, I can probably do this without crashing, and then I would usually crash, but then I'm hoping that if I do that enough, then eventually I will crash much less.
Yeah, okay. Can you go to the Trackmania school campaign and go to Tima's Road? I think 17 looks good.
Okay.
Let me make sure. That's fine. Oh. Okay, I like this. Yeah, let's use this map.
Alright.
Oh. So yeah, I just want to see how you approach this, what your objectives are on this map. And I don't think too much about the result. You don't either. But it's more like, are we going for the right thing? Are we in the right direction, you know?
Yeah.
Because the result will come with the time you put into it. But it's more like, are you practicing good habits, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's better to do the correct thing wrong, etc.
The quote, yeah.
This jump in the middle is very interesting. I guess you just air brake and start the next drift right out of that.
You want to try to build a lot of speed. So in order to do that, you have to start really wide. So what you're aiming for is kind of starting really wide on the second and pushing in for the apex.
Okay.
Because that's going to build speed up the hill. But if we think about this map, like, do you have the objective set straight? Do you know, like, what separates your current time from, like, the world record? Like, what do you want to do? To a certain degree. Not to, like, a perfect degree, but, like, to a certain degree.
Yeah, I think it's mostly just having more speed for this part, and then having more speed for the part after this. So, like, here, I think
and then
you can gain a lot of
also
time.
on the end there, you can go to the right. So, like, you don't go to the road, but you go on the platform. And then drop to the road. So this is really good speed. So if you think about that angle that you just had, it needs to be just a little bit more, and then you make it with great speed through that turn. I think one thing you could try as well is just turn on like one of the top ghosts, and just race against it, and then see what they're doing when they start, how long they hold. Because if you do that, you're probably gonna notice the line. Someone asked how many hours do you have in this game now, Villa? Do you know?
I think I would probably have like I don't know, maybe 150 hours at this point.
The most confusing part for me as a beginner is learning when to drift, when to release, when to air brake or not. You have to watch the world record to understand. Does it come with time? Yes, I think so. Like the point of the drift, right? The point of drifting is to drive as much of the track as you can at the highest possible speed. So if you start braking before the turn, and then brake up until the point where you can drive the rest at full speed, that's fast. But for a comparison, if I try to brake late here and then adapt my line, you can see I'm losing a lot because I'm not braking only at the entry. Or like the same here, if I drift and then I have to drift more, I'm losing more speed. So the perfect drift is kind of like set up at the beginning of the turn, push in the apex, and try to make it through the turn. And air brakes are usually good. Most of the time. Landing flat is more often than not better. Release, it is only if you have a long turn. We could play release maps later. It's very instructive.
0.58.
Oh, nice.
Still 3.5 tenths behind, but it's a start.
Definitely. And like, I think once you get to like 0.4, 0.3, it becomes more of like grinding for the perfect one while understanding the fundamentals, right? So we don't need to go too far with this. Is there a next map? Yeah, we can go next map. That's what I was thinking soon.
Sure.
Because we've sort of milked this one dry, I think. I think we should play a NASCAR-like map next. Because this is one part attack, but another thing you'll find often is, and especially on NASCAR too, is like same principle, but you release instead of drifting. I don't know what this one is, by the way. I just it looked like what I was looking for from above.
Maybe it's good that it's a little bit of a surprise, so I don't have any like expectations going into it, so I need to kind of figure it out on my own. So that seems like the same thing. This one feels like you can full speed it, but maybe not with more speed.
You had really good intuition there. I was impressed by that. That you went for the no airtime.
Okay. I guess there's a respawn route there.
Yeah. This is
Okay, I have like no...
Yeah, this is super nice.
No intuition for the backwards turbos. And then there's like a tricky finish there.
This map is very, very instructive. There's a lot of details to go faster.
This whole thing, the whole start is full speed actually. But then if that's full speed, then I feel like this might not be. I don't know. That would be really close. But until that point, at least, you can do full speed. I suppose at these speeds, speed slides do become a thing though. So that's another aspect.
They do if the turns aren't sharp, but here there's like sharp turns on high speed, and that's really like the signifier of NASCAR. Is like high speed, sharp turn.
I need to kind of choose a point and then just commit if I want to figure out if that's possible full speed. I just need to like go for it. Right now I'm like half going for it. It's like, oh, I don't want to go right now.
Yeah.
Oh, now I need to turn and then I'll crash anyway.
But yeah, so just send it, and then if you crash, it's fine.
Yeah.
But like one thing I don't know if you'll notice it here, but you will notice it on this type of track in general, is that when you're getting close to 600 speed, you are going so fast that if you start turning a lot, you will automatically slide. Like your car will just slide without you tapping brake.
Yeah, okay.
And the closer you get to that, the more aware you have to be of that. So on some NASCAR tracks, you're like approaching a turn and you have 650 speed. And then if you try to turn in, you're auto sliding, which is very bad. So you need to manage your speed sometimes. Here you're fine.
Yeah, okay.
Because you're staying under.
I think I should try to set up more on the left side there. Kind of starting that turn from the middle. In the beginning, like, you know, this start is like kind of automatic. I don't really need to like do much, but here I think I need to. Yeah, there we go. This one is full speed too. Yeah. Is that what?
This one is tight.
This one is kind of tight. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, even like drifting at this speed, I'm not completely sure how I manage this.
I mean, you can try. Like, if you were to make this turn, what's the best way to do it? Is it full grip or drifting?
I guess. Whoa. Okay.
There you got the 600 speed, by the way, the slide. That happened because you go so fast. But yeah.
Yeah, all right. I mean, it seems like the drifting just makes me go like higher after the turn, so I crash. Like this happens with the drift. So if I don't drift, I guess I would like, if I'm going too close, then I would just like not drift and release slightly.
And this is why in high speed turns like this, release is better, because you keep full grip and you can steer sharper than if you drift even.
Right. Yeah.
So that's almost like a NASCAR exclusive to go 500 speed for a turn like that. But it does apply to some like 200 speed, some 300 speed turns. If there's a long full speed part after, then sliding is slow.
Like, you know, if I was drifting through this map, it would be a completely different experience.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the same map anymore.
It would be about 2 times slower.
I think I could, in general, go closer to the walls, but there's like still like that instinct of not wanting to crash. So it's like I try to fight it, but it's sometimes still there.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Very good.
Oh, that was. I should have. Again, that's the same. That's the same thing, right? Like I just need to line up more to the left, and it works.
Then you
but
have
it's just like.
And like the release you did there was really nice for the sharp turn. Release early, push late. You did it good.
I think that turn you can also do without drifting.
You can, yeah.
I think I did it once. Oh, I'm surprised that worked.
Hold, nice. Fine. Oh, let's go. That's a big improvement.
Hmm?
Hey, nice. You're under 2 seconds away from the world record. That's really fast here. If you watch what Kerberos did, it's mostly the same, just full YOLO. Absolute YOLO. Because like the principle is the same, it's just like to which degree you execute it.
Yep.
So here, full grip, as you said, that gains quite a lot.
Yeah, that's
And then full grip here too. And then he's probably gonna go close to full speeding this. I don't know if it's full speed, but oh no, he drifts. But he was too fast for sure.
Yeah.
So his adaptation was a drift there. Then release here, perfect speed, land wide, release early there, and then full speed the rest. So with this, he might have to release for the ring. Ah, he makes it.
Yep.
All right, this is if you go to track of the day, Ville, this is track of the day from April 9th. Ocean NASCAR, it's called. Okay, this map's pretty cool. Sub 120 on this. And this one has a lot of turns like what I mentioned with 600 speed, where you have to release the entry and full speed the exit. And also here, release entry so you can full speed out the turn. It has this right-left thing into drift here. Keep full grip here. Release so you can full speed. Yeah. Then release these. And here you have to air brake, land flat, and also set up for the last turn. And then the second lap it gets interesting because now you have a lot of speed. And you have to survive the corners. Try not to slide out. And yeah, it's just like your own how much you want to push it kind of thing. But this really teaches you to like focus on setups is what a lot of NASCAR is about. The turns aren't too hard if you have good setups. So setups is like going wide enough here so you can push this and have enough space for this at high speed so you can set up this and so on, right?
Yep.
It's a lot about like costs and effect. So yeah, let's do Ocean NASCAR. This one, April 9th.
All right.
And then for tech map...
I mean today's map was
Today's map was really good. So you have 49.3, right?
Yeah.
Let's say 48.5?
48.5, okay.
I think that should be in. Because like, that's within a second of the world record. I think you can get that.
All right.
And I am setting the bar high, but that's because I know you you want to go for that. As we talked about again, if we look at this now, again, as we started, it's the same with just drifting and trying to use space. But here, drift, and then full speed use the space kind of thing. What Ratchet did though was go very inside here and then go out. That probably gains a little bit. He also went wider for the setup there. And then he jumped very low. So low jump here into pushing that. But speed. Drop down here. So this is again setup, right? You probably want to end up pretty wide here. Because if you go tight around this corner, you're going to have to land so angled to make the next turn. And then you have less speed.
Yeah.
So if you intentionally like chill a little bit and then attack late, you now have a way better and also faster approach into the next corner. So this is like, tight isn't always good. That's an example of that. Speed here. Also here really wide. Like Ratchet went so high. he went like up here before going down. It's crazy.
That does also make this exit much easier to aim, sort of. There's like more room to, you know, more room to go a bit to the left or a bit to the right. I mean, of course you want to push it like 100%, but it felt easier if I went wide to get that exit angle as well.
It's definitely faster. It's the most important thing. But yeah, let's try that. 48.5 here. I'll have to do it myself, but yeah. That sounds nice. Do we have fun? I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Sleep well, dude.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. Okay, guys. I'm gonna play this for a little bit more. I have to beat my homework for Villa. But yeah, that was basically the coaching session for today. And then we'll see how much he improves. But man, I gotta say, I'm sincerely, severely, incredibly, amazingly, I'm impressed. Like, just some of the things he's doing, like just while talking, he's not actively concentrating. It's just really, really good behavior. Like it's like proper, you know? It's really good. The foundations are there to become incredibly good at this game if he puts in the time.